Suham from the US.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
So, Sheikh, if one's mother is like doesn't believe that the or is ignorant that the slaughtering of Hindus in regards of animals is haram, and like she tried feeding me it, so like if she next time she most likely won't buy it, but like she doesn't know that it's haram. But if she buys meat which is most likely from Muslims, and I saw her buy usually from the Muslims, can I eat her meat? I mean, can I eat the beef that she buys?
Where do you live?
In America.
Where does your mom buy these meat?
I mean, I saw her buying it from a Muslim store, but right now I don't know.
Yes, there is no problem, inshallah, in eating whatever she buys for you while you are in America. Abdul Ghani from Nigeria.
Alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Yeah. My question is, if a group of men, let's say 5 men, walk into the masjid and they meet any Fard Salat in the final Tashahhud, which action is best for them? Should they join the final Tashahhud or wait till they give the Taslim and do a namaz together?
They must,
Jazakallah khair.
wajazak, they must join the Imam even if it is 5 seconds before he concludes his salat with salam. Even if it's 5 seconds left, join the Imam, because this is the congregation you were called to, and this is the congregation you were ordered to follow the Imam in any position he's in, even if he's in the final tashahhud 5 or 10 minutes before the salam. Muhammad from Malaysia.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Do we have to do tahiyatul masjid in like a musalla or a place that is not officially a masjid but people pray like they have 5 daily prayers there?
A musalla or a surau or a prayer hall that is not a masjid. What is the difference? A masjid is an area that had been allocated as an endowment, as a waqf for Allah Azza wa Jal. It cannot be so. It has to remain as a masjid forever. No one has control over it, generally speaking. While a surau or a musalla is a prayer hall. It can be in a university, in a company, whenever house or move the musalla to somewhere else, sell the whole building and change the ownership, or a prayer hall is not a masjid, which means that a woman in her, a person offering 2 rak'ahs of, and Allah knows best. Raqib from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, yesterday I asked you a question about Isha prayer during traveling by a bus. So a similar incident took place a few months back when I was traveling to a city and my friend was about to pick me from a spot, as the city I was traveling to was completely unknown to me. So I took a bus ticket, selecting the time in a way such that I would reach my destination within Isha time and pray on time, even if the bus driver didn't stop on the way for prayer. But unfortunately, due to traffic jam, it was too late. I couldn't come out of the bus midway to pray, as the bus driver won't wait for me and the city was completely unknown to me until there were a couple of minutes left for Isha, and as a last option I opted to pray in the bus. And a few minutes later, the supervisor told me that we have already reached the spot and you could have got off the bus, and then I realized that if I got off a few minutes back, then I could have prayed normally. So is my prayer valid, and if not, what to do?
I don't understand. Why do you have to ask the same question if it is exactly the same as yesterday's question? What's the difference between today's question and yesterday's question? Nothing. You've been on a bus thinking that you will reach before the time ends, and just before 5 or 10 minutes, you feared that the time would not suffice for you to pray it on time, so you opted to pray it on the bus.
With him, that day he said hello, and I also said hello. That is all I said. So I also noticed some of them have been trying to add my number in Succera's WhatsApp chat group. I believe Allah is the master of judgments and measurements of all of our sins, knower of the unseen and the unseen. So my question is, how can I preserve my religion identity in this kind of situation? Because it is the only thing that is my pride and I cherish the most, sir. I have changed my number 3 times. So what
As
can I do more to preserve my...
long as you are not entertaining their calls and you're not responding to them or listening to them, once they call without you knowing that they are calling and you say hello, the moment you discover that they are the sorcerers or these fortune tellers or whatever, the moment you acknowledge this, you just hang up and block that number. Musa from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Does normal water become Zamzam if we pour Zamzam water in it? Jazakallah.
If I understand your question, does normal water become Zamzam water if we mix the two together? And the answer is no, it does not. But it was reported that some of the companions, may Allah be pleased with them, in Medina, when they bring Zamzam water and they consume most of it and little is left, they would add to it normal water because they do not have access to Zamzam water, hoping that the Barakah would be extended accordingly. But it would not turn into Zamzam water, of course.